Batting fifth, left fielder, number 4, Reese Davis. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 1, Zade Billings. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 9, Ethan Clark. Batting eighth, doing the catching, number 2, Jack Selman. And batting ninth, playing third base, number 5, Ryland Robb. Doing the pitching this afternoon for Post 1, number 6, Henry Anderson. Coaches for Post 1, Scott Castello, Dustin Henry. Help me. Nick Tesouris, Cam White, and Dom Lawrence. As is the long-standing tradition with American Legion Baseball, we will now recite our code of sportsmanship. Gentlemen, repeat after me. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Let's play ball. It's Parkersburg, Post 15, Wheeling, Post 1. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, for the second game of a split doubleheader for Wheeling Post 1. As the teams are now, Wheeling Post 1 is taking their warm-ups as Henry Anderson on the mound, completing his pregame warm-up. As Wheeling Post 1 takes on Parkersburg Post 15 in here in the, I guess we would call it the nightcap of a triple header. Post number 1 won the first game of the afternoon, defeating Charleston Post 35 by the score of 12-6, I think. Wasn't it, Myersy? 12-7 final. And then just recently, in a game just completed, Post 35 turned around and beat Parkersburg Post 15 5-1 in a well-played, fast-moving game. So we have Wheeling Post 1, the home team here, taking on Parkersburg Post 15. I'm Coach Dell along with Jubb, our man on the board, running the controls, and Coach Steve Myers keeping the scoreboard up here in the press box with us. Post 1 coming in now with a record of 6-5, over the 500 mark for the first time this year. Post 13 coming in with a record of 11-4. Henry Anderson on the mound for Post 1. His battery mate behind the plate as usual, Jack Selman around the infield for Post 1. At third base, Ryland Robb. The shortstop, Jackson Murray. At second base, Seth Cover. And over at first base, Rocco D. John Domenico. Around the outfield, out in left field, Reese Davis. In right field, Zade Billings. And in center field, Chris Upton. And our first pitch of the game by Henry Anderson, way wide and outside. Ball 1. Here on the leadoff hitter, Carter McLean. Try to get organized, had to do some things in between games. Try to still get a little bit organized. The second pitch, that'll sail outside. 2 balls, no strikes on McLean here in the top of the first inning. Just underway. Your first pitch about 4:15, only about 15 minutes behind. Our first game of the afternoon took about 2 hours and 30 minutes. The 2-0 pitch sails outside, 3-0. So Henry Anderson falls behind Carter McLean. 3 balls and no strikes. Anderson looks in. And a 4-pitch walk to Carter McLean to start off top of the first. That'll bring up number 21, Dylan Holliday. Runner on first. Just underway here at Patriot Field. The pitcher, number 21, Dylan Holliday, up after a 4-pitch walk. And there's a strike from Henry Anderson. No balls, 1 strike on the pitcher, Dylan Holliday. McLean on first base with a 4-pitch walk. Holliday squares around a bunt, and the runner goes. The throw is high, and he overslid the bag. The throw was late, but McLean on this turf, this hot turf, overslid the bag, and Jackson Murray smartly kept the tag on him, and really a good play by Jackson Murray as he held the tag on him and records a first out. Big helper there for Henry Anderson. Pitch was a ball to Holliday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch down low. 2 balls, 1 strike to Dylan Holliday. McLean reached first on a 4-pitch walk, but was thrown out stealing as he overslid second base. Jackson Murray held the tag on him. 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike right at the knees. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway here at Patriot Field. Game number 3 of the afternoon. Post 1-1 the first game. Over. And that 2-2 pitch sails high. They won that first game over Charleston post 65. Then post 65 turned around and beat post 15 5-1 in our second game. Fast moving game. And Henry Anderson, another walk. That'll bring up first baseman Evan Swain. Got a little time here as Jackson Murray has to tie his shoelace. Got several guys on this post-15 team headed to play college baseball. Evan Swain headed to Potomac State. Play for Coach Little there at Potomac State. First pitch to Swain, right on the knees. Nice pitch by Anderson. Holliday leads off first, drew a walk. Swain calls timeout, steps out of the box. No balls, 1 strike on the lefty Swain. Coach Goodwin down there giving some signals. Anderson looks in for a sign, throws over to first. No play there. Anderson looks in. Holliday with a nice lead at first. He's not going anywhere. Pitch down low. Anderson struggling to find his rhythm right now early in the game. Swain headed to Potomac State, graduated from Ravenswood High School, big lefty. They don't have his dimensions on their roster, but he's about I stood by him. He's about a 6'5", lanky guy. Pitch to Swain, stays outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, just underway here in game number 3 of the day. Post 1 won their first game after falling behind 3-0. Came back, stormed to a 12-6 victory. And this could be a double play. Ground ball to Murray. He's going to take it himself, throw on to first, and an easy 6-3 double play. And that ends the top of the first. No runs on no hits, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the first, scoreless.
Looking for a hometown insurance agency you can trust? Since 1999, Bernie Glenn Insurance and Financial Services has been protecting families and businesses in the northern panhandle of West Virginia and eastern Ohio. We're independent, giving you choice from top-rated national and regional carriers. And guided by a concierge-level experience, our energetic, honest, and determined team puts customers first every time. For home and auto to life and business insurance, we build relationships that matter. Need to pay a bill or access your policy online? It's easy with us. Protect your future with the agency you'd recommend to a friend. Call Bernie Glenn Insurance and Financial Services today at 304-277-3239 or visit BernieGlennInsurance.com. Bernie Glenn Insurance, building relationships, protecting futures.
Okay, back here at Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School, home of Wheeling Post 1. A very, very sunny, muggy day, and I think the temperature has just begun to show its ugly face. Job is, I think we're going to top off in the 90s, mid-90s tomorrow. It's gone up considerably since we started 11 o'clock this morning, and I think it's only going to get worse tomorrow. So, but it's summer, and it's baseball weather, and it's not snowing, it's not windy, it's not raining, and it's not 40 degrees. Surely rather have this than that. We sat through a lot of that during the Wheeling Park season this past year. Yeah, Myers, he loves it. He's a hunter. He got that beard. Keeps him nice and warm. All right, we moved to the bottom of the first. Post 15. Didn't send 3 batters to the plate. Not a 1-2-3 inning, so to speak, but only 3 batters faced and no score. All right. Dylan Holliday, pitcher from Parkersburg South. Believe he's going to Marietta. And Upton, that pesky leadoff hitter, lines a base hit into center field. Start the bottom of the first. Holliday is going to Marietta to continue his college career, his baseball career in college. Upton greets him with a line drive up the middle, and that'll bring up Seth Cover. Cover, 4 hits in the first game. Really a solid game from Cover. Plays good defense, fakes a bunt, and Upton will not walk in, but easily with no throws, steals second. Slides head first into second. I think if I was a catcher, I'd throw it down anyway, take a chance. You never know on this hot, slick turf. Just like McLean did in the first inning, overslid first base. The pitch, and a line drive. No, it's caught by the shortstop. And Jeff Grove is going to call it a catch, and I believe it was a catch. Jeff Grove right on top of that. Cover barrels it up, but lines out to shortstop. I'm not sure what Mike Stevens was calling out there. Couldn't tell. I think if I was Seth, I would have kept running, though. So line drive out here in the bottom of the first, 1 out. Chris Upton, after that leadoff single and stolen base, stands in scoring position. Pitch from Holliday in there for strike 1 on Jackson Murray. We were looking at his stats in between games. He's hitting well over 500. He was, he had a check his. And there's a line drive by Murray up the middle. That's going to plate Upton. Cut from the first baseman. And Upton slides across with post one's first run. And Jackson Murray continues his hot hitting as he drives in post one's first run here in the bottom of the first. First pitch swinging, a line drive, just like Upton, right up the middle. And that'll bring up the first baseman, number 13, Rocco John Domenico. 1-0, post one with the early lead. They just hit, man. They hit it. That's what I asked Rylan Robb after the game. What's it like to pitch with a team that you know can score runs for you? I don't think you have to be as worried if you give up a couple runs with a team like the Pirates that can't score. Pitch from Holiday upstairs to Dijon. 2 balls, no strikes. 1-0, post one, bottom of the first, just underway. Sunsplash Patriot Field. Post 15 in white pants. I would guess you would call those maroon, maybe red. Pitch from 2-0, pitch from Holiday to Dijon in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Navy blue hats with the number 15 on the front of them, signifying their American Legion post. The pitch from Holiday. That ball is driven. Dijon drives that into the alley in right center. And that is going to bounce up against the wall. Murray coming around third. He's going to hold up at third. Good job by Salty Castello there. I don't think he would have had a chance of scoring. But Dijon drives one into the right center alley. Puts runners at second and third. And already the Patriots bats heating up. And that'll bring up the left fielder, number 4, Reese Davis. Oh, post one, I got to get Patriots. I was so many games doing the Patriots that I can't. I'm still struggling to get that out of my head. I got yelled at by Jubb and Myersy. I just, after you say Patriots so many times on a PA, it just sticks in your head. And then when it's Rocco, that makes it worse. Reese Davis takes strike 1. Nice pitch right there from Holiday. Breaking pitch on the outside edge of the plate. Davis fished for it. Down 0-2 in the count. Runners at second and third. Middle infielders for post 15 back, so they're conceding a run. Corners even. The pitch. And that is going to catch the outside corner on a curveball for a called strike 3 on Davis. 2 down. And Holiday would love to work out of this, only giving up 1 run on 3 hits. 3 balls that were smoked. That'll bring up right fielder number 1, Zade Billings. It's getting hot. Billings fouls it off the plate down at first base line. Evens the count at 1-1. Jubb's over there laughing at me. Trying to do a million things here. All right, Billings, 1-1, 1-0. Post one leads. Bottom of the first, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. And Billings with a shot through the right side. Here comes 1 run in, and they're going to hold Rocco at third. Billings with a shot through the right side. That's going to drive this second run home for post one, and Dijon will stop at third and put runners at the corners. And it'll bring up Ethan Clark. Clark had a big 2-run single in the first game to give post one their first lead of the day, 5-3. Now batting with runners at the corners. Two nothing. Post one off to a hot start. This is one of the best hitting teams I've seen in a long time for post one. They really hit it. Clark pops it a mile in the air. Left fielder And the left fielder, Carter Kinder, will corral that. So no more damage for Holiday. And through one inning, it now post 1-2, post 15, nothing.
If your business needs an ATM, call the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, a former Post 1 player and proud supporter of Wheeling American Legion Post 1 baseball. Need it fast? The ATM man offers same-day ATM placement. Are your credit card processing fees too high? Call the ATM man today at 304-215-3165. Locally owned but local service. Whether you need credit card processing or ATM placement, call the ATM man at 304-215-3165. That's 304-215-3165.
All right, folks, we're back here at Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School, home of Wheeling Post 1. After an inning, Post 1 plates 2 runs on a Jackson Murray RBI single and a Zayd Billings RBI single. 4 hits in the inning for Post 1. Take the 2-0 lead early. I want to send a shout-out to our sponsors. As always, love our sponsors. T&Y Payroll Pros, Techno Cap Closures, Mail America, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, Bernie Glenn Insurance, the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, Wakeham's Bar, Schmidt Brothers Sunoco, S&D Painting, Glamp Life, Techno Cap Closures, T&Y Payroll Pros, as I mentioned, Tenant Law Office, and Mail America. Couldn't do it without our great sponsors. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We move to the top of the second. 2-0, Post 1 leads. Leading off for Post 15 here in the top of the second will be the shortstop, Caden Parker. Henry Anderson out there on the mound. Looks in for his sign. Delivers a fastball, fouled off to the right side for strike 1. Top of the second. 2-0, Post 1 leads. Anderson with the 0-1. Fastball in there, swing and a miss. Caden Parker. He's going to be, actually, he is a graduate of Parkersburg High School. The 0-2, woo, upstairs. Got away from Anderson there. Parker in the first game, they got beat 5-1. He had 2 singles, grounded out to second. 2 for 3 on the day in the first game. Behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the second, 2-0, Post 1 leading. Anderson into his wind, and batter asks for time, and Jeff Grove grants time. So step back in. Anderson gets his sign. The 1-2 pitch. The delivery. That's going to stay inside for ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just a slight breeze right now going. Not too bad up here in the shade. How about out in the sun? It is cooking right now. Not too bad. Anderson with the 2-2 pitch. And that ball is driven down the left field line, and it is going to hook foul. Just foul by about 3 feet. Caden Parker gave it a ride, but went foul. So he'll come back. 2-2 count. Shortstop. Wears number 7. Attended Parkersburg High School. Graduated last year. Back to play Legion 1 more year. The pitch. And that's going to be grounded softly to Cover. The ever-reliable Seth Cover corrals that with no problem. 1 down here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the right fielder, Colin McCarter. Colin McCarter also a Parkersburg graduate in 2024. Back to play one more Legion of post 15 baseball. First pitch from Anderson. Plunks McCarter right in the left shoulder. McCarter wasn't too happy about that. I don't think Anderson obviously meant to hit him there in this situation. That'll bring up the second baseman, Cam Cumpston. Cam is a graduate of Roane County, played ball there. Not sure what he's going to do after his senior season at Roane County. Playing second base today, pitched in the first game. Cumpston didn't bat. First pitch, a strike from Henry Anderson. Quiet up here on the hill. Can't hear much. Throw over to first. Gets away from Dijon, but not far enough for McCarter to advance. No balls, one strike, just underway. Top of the second. 2-0 post one leads. Continuing their hot hitting. Anderson checks the sign. Looks in. The pitch. That's going to bounce in there. Nice job by Selman behind the plate. Selman is actually a catcher at Wheeling University also. Got informed of that in between games, and we apologize for not knowing that, but he is at Wheeling University. So good for him continuing to play. Tough play here. Going to be a slow roll. Oh, that's an unbelievable ball. That ball came off his handle. It was spinning. Ryland Robb was cutting in front of Murray, and the ball literally spun almost at a 90-degree angle away from Robb, and there was absolutely nothing he could do about that ball. I'm not sure I've seen one like that before. That was awkward. Off the handle, Cumpston hit it off the handle, was spinning, and it got by Anderson, and it hit the ground and hit the turf and spun right away from Ryland Robb. So that'll bring up the left fielder, Carter Kinder. First and second for post 15. Selman's going to walk out and talk to his battery mate, Anderson. Kinder in the first game, 0 for 3, struck out twice, popped up to the first baseman. Kinder is a Roane County. He'll be a senior at Roane County, playing left field today. Anderson with runners at first and second again. First inning, he had runners at first and second. Got out of it. Correction, no, they never were at first and second. I beg to differ myself, as the leadoff runner was thrown out stealing as he overslid the bag. So they had a runner at first twice. Pitch from Anderson. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. Just inside. 2 balls, no strikes. On Carter Kinder. Henry Anderson, a little early jam here. Runners on first and second. Post one leading 2-0. Top of the second. 1 out. Carter Kinder. Number 8 man in the number 7 man in the order. That ball hit something. Did it hit his bat or his helmet? Hit his bat. So a foul ball would have been 3-0. But Henry locked out there and it didn't get his bat down, and it hit off his bat for a foul ball. It sounded like it hit either his helmet or his bat, but obviously it hit his bat. So foul ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Anderson looks in. Runners on first and second. Looks in, he kicks, he deals. Way inside. And that ball did hit him. Way inside. So Henry Anderson, 2-hit batsman in the inning. And that'll bring out Coach Dustin Henry. We've seen this quite a bit here early on. Coach Henry making an early trip to the mound, as post one pitchers have been in a little bit of a pickle here early in the game, in several games in. Coach Henry's had to go out and talk to their pitcher. So hopefully that settles Anderson down as he has walked 2 and hit 2 here in the first 2 innings. Faced 7 batters, and he's walked 2 and hit 2. Uncharacteristic of Henry. So hopefully Coach Henry can get him settled down. The infield gathers at the mound. Now they split up and head back to their respective positions as Coach Henry heads back to the dugout. And that'll bring up the catcher, Easton Miller. Easton Miller did not bat in the first game. The left-hander with bases loaded. A big chance here for post 15. Anderson will go from the wind. He winds, he kicks, and it catches the outside corner for strike 1. Fastball in there. Nice pitch from Anderson. Easton Miller, Parkersburg South. He'll be a junior at South. That one's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coach, first base coach, coming in to have some type of discussion here with Coach Thompson, coming in to have a discussion with home plate umpire Jeff Grove. Not sure what that was about. Any idea, Myersy, what that might have been about? Okay. Yep. Anderson, he kicks, he deals. And I guess whatever Coach Thompson told him worked, because home plate umpire Jeff Grove just did call balk. I'm not sure exactly. I'll see if Coach Myers can starts and stops his motion. Started his motion and he stopped. So Coach Thompson came in and reminded Jeff Grove that that is a balk, and on the ensuing pitch, Henry must have done it again. Jeff Grove going out to have a chat with Henry Anderson. Trying to tell him exactly what the call was. I don't think Henry agrees with it as he shakes his head in disbelief. But the balk was called. The run scores. McCarter scores from third. Compston and Kinder both move up 90 feet. And now the score is 2-1. And here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike on Easton Miller. See what that does to Anderson. Sometimes those kind of things get a pitcher shooken up. We'll see how he responds. He's already hit 2 batters and walked 2 batters in an inning and a third. 2-1. Post 1 leads. Post 15 with an opportunity here with runners on second and third. The 2-1 pitch from Anderson. That's going to be right on the outside corner for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2 on the catcher, Easton Miller. Anderson trying to work out of this, preserve that 2-1 lead. He looks in, delivers, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice pitch from Henry Anderson as he bounces back after that balk call that forced in a run. Bring up the number 9 hitter, the third baseman, Eli Davis. Eli is going to be a senior at Parkersburg South, batting 9th in the order. Like to get this number 9 man, strand those 2 runners in scoring position. 2-1, post 1 leads. Pitch from Anderson right there, fastball. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. Anderson looks in. He kicks. He deals. Going to be low and outside. Nice job by Selman. Nice job by Selman to slide over and block that ball, save a run from coming in. Eli Davis playing third base today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson trying to get out of this with any further damage. 1-1 pitch, fouled down the left field line. Anderson looking for a punch out here to preserve that 2-1 lead. Post 1 scored 2 in the first inning on an RBI single from Jackson Murray, an RBI single from Zayd Billings. Post 3 loaded the bases here. Post 15 loaded the bases and scored on a balk call. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Eli Davis. The pitch from Anderson, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Anderson avoids any further damage. So we're through 1.5. Post 15 cuts the lead in half. Your score, post 1, 2. Post 15, 1.
Wheeling's favorite neighborhood hangout is still the place to be. Wakeham's Bar is under new ownership, but it's still the same great spot locals have loved for years. Famous for their world-renowned hot dogs and cold craft brews, Wakeham's is the perfect place to unwind, catch the game, or kick back to live music with friends. Come see what's new right in the heart of Wheeling at 2181 National Road. Same soul, new energy, only at Wakeham's Bar.
Looking for a place to grow your career? Mail America is expanding, and we want you on our team. We're a nationally trusted name in direct mail marketing, serving over 8,000 customers coast to coast. If you're hardworking, dependable, and ready to join a company on the rise, we want to hear from you. Send your resume today to MikeW@MailAmerica.com and take the first step toward a rewarding future with Mail America. Mail America, trusted, growing, hiring.
Back here at Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School, the home of Wheeling Post 1, heading to the bottom of the second. Post 1 leading Parkersburg Post 15, 2-1. Parkersburg got on the board there on a bases-loaded balk by Henry Anderson. Interesting sequence of events that happened as the first base coach come in and talked to Jeff Grove and must have said something about Anderson balking, and very next pitch, Jeff called a balk. So Selman leads off the bottom of the second, and he is plunked with the first pitch. So the Wheeling University Cardinal player will now head down to first base as the leadoff hit batsman. That'll bring up third baseman Rylan Robb. Rylan pitched 6 1/3 in the first game. Got to his pitch limit, had to be taken out of the game. We talked to him after game 1. Said it's really relaxing to be able to pitch with a team that can score so many runs. Said he was really out of gas at the end with the heat and up over 100 pitches. So coming in playing third base this game. The 1-0-1 pitch. Robb trying to bunt has pulled back both times, and both of them are strikes. That one was a curveball. Selman on first base after getting hit by the pitch. 0-2 pitch to Robb, high and away. Ball 1. 2-1. Post 1 leading, bottom of the fourth. The 1-2 pitch to Robb. It's fouled off. Back behind our press box where we are seated. It's myself, Coach Dell, along with Job running the controls, and Coach Steve Myers on the scoreboard. The pitch to Robb. That's lined up the middle. Base hit after missing his job trying to lay down a bunt. Rylan Robb drills a ball up the middle in the bottom of the order. Helping out also. So that's first and second with nobody out. Center fielder Chris Upton. He lined a ball up the middle his first time up. Probably looking bunt here from Upton, the speedy Upton, and he's going to bunt. He offers but misses it. I'll tell you what, if he pushes it down third, that's going to be a base hit. Third baseman's going right to the bag. The pitcher's coming straight in. If he pushes that down third, this is going to load the bases. See what he does here. He's a good bunter too. The pitch way out. I'm telling you, if he bunts it down third, it's an absolute easy base hit. Now here comes the third baseman now creeping in. Must have heard me. Yeah, they're gonna shift their bunt defense, which is smart. Coach Goodwin saw that too. The bunt attempt. Can't see if both corners are crashing, but it looks like the second baseman's headed to first. So Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Upton trying to get those runners over. This is good to do in these games. The 2-1 pitch, inside move, and Upton showed bunt again. So he is going to try to bunt here. Don't know if it's still on now, but I would assume it is. Might be a pick play. And a pitch from Holiday sails outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now on Upton. Going to watch and see here. Going to watch Selman on second. If that third baseman crashes, post ones. And the pitch is down low. Ball 4. So Dylan Holiday in a world of trouble here as he is going to face the 2 hottest hitters in post one's lineup. Seth Cover, 4 hits in the first game, lined out hard to shortstop his first time up here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Post one potentially tacking on a couple more runs here with Cover, Murray, and Dijon. That brutal part of that order for post one. Got Holiday in a mess. This job zooming in on Coach Thompson's nice straw hat. Good hat to be wearing today on a sunny day. Keep that sun off your ears. Keep it off your back of your neck. He strolls back in to the dugout after going out and having a few words with Holiday in the infield. Here we go, Cover trying to really pour it on here. Bases loaded, no outs, 2-1, post one leading. Holiday in a bit of a mess. Selman led it off by getting hit. Rylan Robb drilled a 1-2 pitch into center field, and then Upton just drew the walk. First pitch to Cover in there for a strike. Cover 4 hits in the first game. Lined out hard to shortstop his first time up here. Pitch to Cover. That ball is smoked, and that is going to find the alley and roll all the way to the wall. And that is definitely going to plate 3 runs, and Cover's going to continue. There may be a play at third. The throw is in, and Cover slides into third with a 3-run triple. And the post one bats continue to be red hot. Cover drives one into left center alley. Drives in 3 more runs, and post one continues their offensive onslaught. Now leading 5-0, or correction, 5-1. And that brings up, I don't know who's hotter, Cover or Murray right now. Murray with a base hit his first time up. Murray with a double and a sacrifice fly in the first game. These guys are just seeing balls right now and just barreling everything up. If they need to go the other way, they're going the other way. They're pulling it, driving the ball into the alley. Just balls are hit very hard by this team. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch. Curveball falls in there for a strike. That ball is smoked by Murray to center field, and that may clear the wall, and yes, it will. Jackson Murray has just cleared the center field fence. Another bomb for post one. They continue their absolute onslaught of hitting. It's absolutely unbelievable to watch this team hit the baseball. They are just hitting it like I've never seen. 5 runs here in the bottom of the second without an out. We've had a hit batsman, a walk, a single, a triple, and a home run. And I'm telling you, Murray's ball was smoked. Cover's ball was smoked. And suddenly, post one leads 7-1. And believe me, they are not done. And that'll bring up Rocco Domenico. The onslaught continues, folks. You've got to see this team. You need to come out and watch this team hit the baseball. Rocco, fly ball. That's probably going to drop in for a hit. Unless the left fielder make a diving effort, but it's going to kick away. rolling to left center, and Dijon will slide in with a double. Nice try out there by the left fielder, Carter Kinder. Dijon's second double of the game. Really nice effort out there by Kinder. Still nobody out. And Coach Goodwin is going to head to the mound. We may see a pitching change. I believe we will. Yes, we will, because Coach Thompson already made his way to the mound, and the onslaught continues. And I'm going to take a little break so I can get a drink. Your score in the bottom of the second, still with no outs. It's post 1-7, post 15-1.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Craving the great outdoors without giving up the comforts of home? Come camp with style at Glamp Life, your luxury retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Explore scenic trails, relax on a sandy beach, or fish in a private lake stocked with bass, bluegill, and more. Stay in lakeside A-frames, forest cabins, a retro Airstream, or roll in with your RV. With full hookups and a dump station ready. Just minutes from Cambridge and a quick drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. Glamp Life is your next unforgettable escape. Book today at glamplife.com.
At TechnoCap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals and household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, TechnoCap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit technocapclosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
All right, back here at Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School. Post one has blown this one open with some incredible hitting. Now pitching for post 15, Carter Kinder. His first pitch sails way over the catcher's head. Dijon will move over to third. Still no outs in the inning. 5 runs already in. 3 hits. The onslaught continues. Reese Davis took strike 3 his first time up. Davis plays at Tyler. He'll be a senior. Tyler Consolidated. Kinder's pitch in there. Gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kinder looks in. And his fastball, strike 3. Reese Davis didn't swing, and it's amazing when you're swinging a bat like that. You'd think you just want to get up there and hack it. Davis watched 3 fastballs right down the middle. That'll bring up Zade Billings. He singled his first time up. RBI single. First pitch, drops in there for a strike. Kinder coming in and doing a nice job so far. Throwing strikes. Fastball. We haven't seen a swing yet against Kinder. Next pitch, down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 7-1. Post 1 leading here in the bottom of the second as they've exploded for 5 runs here in the bottom of the second. And Kinder hits Billings in the back, so he'll take first. Put runners at the corners. That'll bring up Ethan Clark. Clark played his first year collegiate ball at West Virginia Wesleyan. Jeff Grove walks out and lets Billings get on his oven mitt. Wouldn't dare want to run without one of those. Runners at the corners. Pitch to Clark, swing and a miss. One strike. I know if I was a pitcher, I wouldn't want to face this lineup right now. You got to hope it continues. Hitting is a funny thing. It comes in streaks, so you just hope it continues throughout the year. But the way these guys are swinging, and I can't see it slowing down anytime soon. They are just really swinging it. Ethan Clark, no balls, one strike. Pitch rolls back to the backstop. Dijon didn't get a very good jump, so he stays at third. Billings moves down to second. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Ethan Clark. Looking to blow this thing wide open. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clark 1 for 3 in the first game. That big 2 RBI single that put Post 1 up to stay 5-3. Lefty. Seen him crank a few balls out of here. Heading to count 3 balls, 1 strike. Post 15 infield in, trying to cut that run down. 3-1 pitch. Clark swings and he drives one, and that is going to be caught by the left fielder, but Dijon will tag from third, and he will score easily. So the sacrifice fly from Ethan Clark gets the job done. Dijon will cross the plate with Post 1's 8th run. Billings stays at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the second, and the guy that led off the inning, hit by a pitch, Selman, now at the plate. The pitch. Take it upstairs for ball 1. Selman led off this inning way back about 15 minutes ago, getting hit by a pitch. He came around to score on that triple by Seth Cover that really got things rolling. And then right behind him, Jackson Murray cleared the high hitter's eye in right center field. Selman swings and misses on that curveball from Kinder. Doing a nice job coming in here, quieting the bats down a little bit. Runner on second, and Selman swings and misses, and that'll end the inning. But Post 1, the bats rolling. They score 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. There was a hit batsman. They leave 1. Your new score after 2 innings, it's Post 1, 8. Post 15, 1.
Craving the great outdoors without giving up the comforts of home? Come camp with style at Glamp Life, your luxury retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Explore scenic trails, relax on a sandy beach, or fish in a private lake stocked with bass, bluegill, and more. Stay in lakeside A-frames, forest cabins, a retro Airstream, or roll in with your RV. With full hookups and a dump station ready. Just minutes from Cambridge and a quick drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. Glamp Life is your next unforgettable escape. Book today at glamplife.com. Need to unplug, recharge, and reconnect with what matters? Then it's time to experience Glamp Life, a luxury outdoor retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Nestled in the rolling hills of Ohio, Glamp Life is where modern comfort meets natural beauty. Stay in a handcrafted A-frame cabin overlooking a private lake, cozy up in a vintage Airstream, or bring your own RV. We've got full hookups and a dump station ready for you. Only 15 minutes from Cambridge and just a short drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and West Virginia. Your escape is closer than you think. Spend your days hiking scenic trails, lounging on a sandy beach, or casting a line in peaceful catch-and-release waters filled with bass, catfish, bluegill, and more. Whether you're planning a team-building retreat, a family adventure, or a quiet weekend away, Glamp Life helps you experience the outdoors without sacrificing comfort. Book your getaway now at glamplife.com, where nature meets luxury and peace of mind is just a click away.
Welcome back to Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School for American Legion Baseball. We head to the top of the third Here, post one, really starting to swing it. The heat is going up, and the bats are heating up. So we have got the combination of a lot of heat up here on the hill as they lead 8-1 heading to the top of the third. Henry Anderson's first pitch to the top of the order. Carter McLean. McLean walked his first time up. He was caught stealing, actually overslid the bag. And Jackson Murray held the tag on him, and he slid past the bag on this hot, slippery turf. Coach Myers put that extra insert. What is that? What are those called, Myersy? Rubber pellets on. He put extra down there, and he slid past the base. Yeah. That's true. Sorry about that. Yeah, Myers, you said don't give away any secrets. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the leadoff hitter, McLean. 8-1, post one leading. Nice piece of hitting there as McLean fouls off that low curveball down the third base line. Post one scored 2 in the top of the first, or in the bottom of the first, and post one came back and scored 1 in the top of the second on a balk call. And then post one erupted for 6 runs in the bottom of the second on a 3-run triple from Seth Cover and a 2-run bomb from Jackson Murray. Oh, Anderson lets one slip away from him there. Hits off the wall, and Selman catches it on the way back. Nice play there by Selman. Count evens at 2. Top of the third, leadoff hitter McLean at bat. McLean, a nice-looking lefty. Pitch from Anderson's down low. McLean headed to Marietta, continue his baseball career. Big guy, left-hander. Went to Parkersburg South. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Anderson doesn't want to walk the leadoff guy here after his team got him 5 runs in the bottom of the second. 8-2, post one leads. Anderson deals the full count pitch. The ball is popped into shallow center field. It's going to be a tough play. Murray chasing it down, but no, it'll bounce behind Murray. Couldn't quite get there, and Upton couldn't get there. One of those no-man land singles. Drops in shallow center for a leadoff hit for McLean. Bring up Dylan Holiday. Started out as the pitcher. Got beat around a little bit, so he came out of the game as the pitcher. Holiday fouls the first pitch off to the right side. Holiday was 0 for 4 in the first game. 2 flyouts, a ground out to shortstop, then an error on the shortstop. Looking for his first hit of the day. Pitch way up and in, gets away from Selman. Rolls to the backstop, and McLean will move into second base. Tell you one thing about post one's games, Jubb, they have some long innings. They've batted around 3 times already today in both games. They batted around in the first 2 innings against Ritchie County. They batted around against Moundsville. They bat around a lot. They're going to get a lot of at-bats this year. That's good. Get a lot of swings in. Jubb shook his head. As a pitcher, you don't like to hear that. Anderson, the pitch. Stays inside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Holiday. McLean with the leadoff single. Little drop into no man's land out there between Murray and Upton. Reached second on a wild pitch. 2-2 pitch coming to Holiday. Anderson delivers. Almost hits him. Stays inside. Runs the count full. And as I said, you don't want to give any momentum back to post 15. This is one of those innings where you want to just come out and just mow them down after your team just puts a 6 spot on the board for you. Full count pitch Coming from Anderson to Holiday. Holiday's going to call time. Anderson does take quite a bit of time in between pitches. Holiday headed to Marietta. Graduated from Parkersburg South. This year he's headed to Marietta. Hope he does well there. Great baseball school. Talk about tradition. That ball's popped up. It's going to be Selman. Selman is going to try to catch it, but he drops it. Got his glove tangled up a little bit. Probably should have been someone else's ball there. That probably should not have been Selman's ball halfway up the first base line. Either Dijon potentially could have came and got that, or Anderson has to go over and get that. That's a tough play for the catcher. Ball's going towards the field, and he's running towards it. Ball's going away from him. Tried to turn his glove the other way. It bounced out, so Holiday has new life. Full count to pitch. That ball is driven to center field, but playable for Upton. And he'll gather it in for out number 1. Here in the top of the second, that'll bring up the first baseman, the big man, lefty Evan Swain. Swain from Ravenswood. Just graduated, headed to Potomac State. Big left-hander. Swain in that first game. Swain was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Henry Anderson with a runner out there on second base. McLean with a leadoff single. Reached second on a wild pitch. The pitch from Anderson. And that ball is driven to center field. Upton going back. And that is going to clear the fence in center field. The big lefty, Evan Swain, clears the hitter's eye. And it is a 2-run homer for Evan Swain. Cuts that lead to 8-3. Just reached down and got all of that one, and it just kept going and going. And as Myers, he said, this is a hitter's ballpark right now, folks. Wind blowing out. That air is helping it go. And we've seen a lot of balls that just keep going and going. And once it gets up in this air, it just keeps going and going. So Swain with a homer over the center field hitter's eye. That high fence. How high is that fence, Myers? Like 16 feet? 18 feet high? You got to hit it pretty good. You get it out over there, but wind's blowing right out that direction. So that ball was hit well by the big lefty. So now the score is 8-3. Anderson needs to gather himself back and get post 1 back in the dugout swinging again. Caden Parker. And here comes Coach Henry. He's going to have a little talk with Henry Anderson. Jubb leans back, looks at the ceiling. Second mound visit for Coach Henry is Jeff Grove lets us know. Don't forget tomorrow, same times tomorrow, 11 o'clock, post 35. Charleston post 35 post 65 at 11 o'clock. And then post 65 will take on post 15 after that. And then Wheeling will take on post 15 around 4 o'clock. We get started at 4:15 exactly today. So just about 15 minutes behind. We're here in the top of the third. Post 1 was up 8-1. Evan Swain just hit a 2-run homer for post 15 to cut the lead to 8-3. And Henry Anderson has fallen behind Caden Parker. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch, that's right down the middle. Ball's hit the right field. Coming in for the easy catch will be Zayd Billings for out number 2. So the visit to the mound must have worked. Fly out the right field, records out number 2, and that'll bring up Colin McCarter. He was hit by a pitch in a second inning. He scored post 15's lone run on a balk. High pop up. Murray comes over behind Rob and makes a very nice catch on a ball that was way up there. So we've completed 2.5. Post 3 cuts into the lead. Post 15 cuts into the lead a little bit as they score 2 runs on an Evan Swain home run. Your new score after 2.5. It's post 1-8. Post 15 3.
Need to unplug, recharge, and reconnect with what matters? Then it's time to experience Glamp Life, a luxury outdoor retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Nestled in the rolling hills of Ohio, Glamp Life is where modern comfort meets natural beauty. Stay in a handcrafted A-frame cabin overlooking a private lake, cozy up in a vintage Airstream, or bring your own RV. We've got full hookups and a dump station ready for you. Only 15 minutes from Cambridge and just a short drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and West Virginia. Your escape is closer than you think. Spend your days hiking scenic trails, lounging on a sandy beach, or casting a line in peaceful catch-and-release waters filled with bass, catfish, bluegill, and more. Whether you're planning a team-building retreat, a family adventure, or a quiet weekend away, Glamp Life helps you experience the outdoors without sacrificing comfort. Book your getaway now at glamplife.com, where nature meets luxury and peace of mind is just a click away.
Okay, back here at Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School on a sun-splashed Saturday afternoon. It is hot, ladies and gentlemen, and it's only going to get hotter. But as Barron Johnson told me this morning when I said, Barron, you better get out and walk early because it's going to be really hot. He said, hey, you know, it is summer. And he's exactly right. So it's heating up, and Mother Nature is going to let us know that summer is here. So we're in for some hot weather over the next 3 or 4 days. So keep hydrated, get all your stuff done early, and get back in the air conditioning in the afternoon. We're not going to have much air conditioning here. Myers, he's not going to be here tomorrow. He was going to bring his air conditioner up for us, but he's leaving us tomorrow. So it won't be here. Coach Nardoni will be here, though. Coach Stout will be in good hands. So we move to the bottom of the third. Post 1 leading 8-3. Rylan Robb, after that line drive single in the first inning, will lead off inning number 3. Post 1 scored 2 in the first, 6 in the second. The bats are rolling as they have 8 hits. Second pitch from Kinder upstairs. Robb quickly ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch catches the outside corner from Kinder. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kinder rocks, he deals. Nice pitch right there on the knees, and Jeff Grove gives it to strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Robb. The pitch from Kinder. 3 hopper to shortstop. Parker on to first base, and an easy first out for post 15 to start off this third inning. Chris Upton, I haven't seen him make many outs here in the last 6 games, I'll tell you that. He has been a tough out. The lefty from Lindsley, he'll be a senior. Just a great-looking leadoff hitter. I keep saying it, but he is a good one. And he drives one through the right side. First pitch, just smokes it past the second baseman for a 1-out hit, his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 2. Sets the table for the, what are we going to call these guys? The Bash Brothers, the Mash Brothers. Job's thinking of a name. Crush Brothers. Cover, Murray, and Dijon in the middle. It's like looking as a pitcher and you see those guys getting a bat and you're like, oh, geez, how do I pitch him? Job, I don't know. He just gave me some signal. I'm not sure what that was. 8-3. Post 1 trying to add on to that lead as Upton, 1-out single to right field, leads off first. He can run also. Wouldn't be surprised if see him take off here shortly. Not on this one. Cover fouls it off down the third base line. Falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 8-3. Post 1, leading here in the bottom of the third. 1 out. Upton with a 1-out single. He's on first. There he goes, and Cover hit by the pitch. He'll trot down to first. Upton with a big jump. Probably would have had that base stolen. That'll bring up Jackson Murray. Absolute, just wonder what's up for him next, how far he can hit a ball, what he's going to do next. He hasn't made, even the outs he makes are balls that are hit hard. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third, Murray is seeing that ball like I've never seen a batter see it. He's just barreling everything up. 8-3, post 1 leading, trying to add to the lead. First and second, 1 out to pitch to Murray. Low and inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Very dangerous place right now that Kinder's in. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on first and second. Hottest hitter anywhere. Kinder delivers a strike at the top of the strike zone, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike on Murray. Kinder comes set, delivers home. Murray drives it to left field, and oh man, he hit that ball right on the screws, but right at the left fielder, and that was hooking. That was a tough play out there by the left fielder, and that was a difficult play for Eli Davis in left field. That ball was really hooking away from him, but he hung on and recorded out number 2. But Murray, once again, hit the ball hard. That'll bring up Big Rocco. First pitch to him, fastball right on the knees, strike 1. That ball was smoked. Out there, Eli Davis with a nice catch. Kinder's come in and done a nice job. Ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rocco. Rocco's got 2 doubles on the day. Rocco just hits. That's all he likes to do. Hit and eat. 2 things he loves to do. Had 2 hits in the first game, 2 doubles here in the second game. 2 balls, 1 strike on the big man. Headed off to West Liberty next year. The pitch. Rocco fouls that off in between the post 1 dugout and the shed. Always dangerous territory sitting there when you have no protection. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second, bottom of the third. 8-3, post 1 leads. That ball's going to get by Easton Miller. The pitch gets by him. Runners are going to move up 90 feet. Both runners be in scoring position as Upton moves over to third. Cover down to second. Dijon with a chance to get those 2 runs back that post 15 got in the top of the third on that big home run by Evan Swain. The pitch to Dijon, and he drives it to left field. Left fielder back, and he's going to track it down. Dijon gave it a ride, but not quite enough. So the post 1, no runs on 1 hit. They leave a couple. Your score remains after 3 complete. It's post 1, 8. Post 15, 3.
At TechnoCap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals and household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, TechnoCap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit technocapclosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
Okay, back here at Patriot Field on a Very warm Saturday afternoon. It just continues. That temperature just continues to climb. I'm going to check that temperature. Somebody check that temperature for me, Jub. Jub's on the weather right now. Right, Myers, he said add 10 more. Not much of a breeze coming through here. 86 degrees, and it's only going to get warmer, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fun sleeping tonight, boy. Ugh. Cam Cumston leading off for post 15. Post 1 up, 8-3 here in the top of the 4th inning. Henry Anderson, the pitch. Strike 2. 8-3 the score. Henry having a up and down day on the mound. He's walked a couple, hit a couple. Here comes the ground ball. Murray charging. Nice play. And he'll throw on to first for the out. A little in between hop, but he came hard to get it. And threw Cumston out at first for the first out here in the top of the 4th. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Carter Kinder. Kinder was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning. Looking to see what he did here in game 1 against post 65. Kinder struck out twice and popped up to the first baseman. He pops this one down the third base line. Robb giving chase. Can't get to it. The ball bounces over the fence. Foul ball strike. So Anderson quickly out in front. No ball, 1 strike. Top of the 4th inning. 8-3, post 1 leading. That onslaught of hitting continues for the post 1 bats. Anderson deals 0-1 pitch. That ball is fouled, might go across the street. He pulled that one. That's down in the ravine. So Anderson way ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Kinder. Way up high. Ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anderson rocks. He deals. Foul ball down the third base line. Nice grab down there by assistant coach Cam White. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 8-3. Post 1 leads. Top of the 4th. 1 out. Carter Kinder, the batter for post 15. Anderson kicks. He deals. Another foul ball down the third base line. So Kinder staying alive. Sun's trying to move its way into this press box, which is not going to be pleasant if it gets here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Anderson to Kinder. Trying to get Kinder out. A little roller. It's going to be a tough play. It's going to be a very tough play. And Kinder is going to beat that out. It was in no man's land. Dijon didn't know whether to come off the bag and get it and try to get Anderson over there or stay at first and let Anderson try to get it. And nobody could get to it. So it rolls in absolute no man's land for an infield single, 1-out single for Carter Kinder, and that'll bring up the catcher, Easton Miller. Easton struck out swinging his first time up. Lefty. Played at Parkersburg South. He'll be a junior next year. Left-handed batting catcher. Swings and fouls the ball over the third base dugout. Hopefully somebody's retrieving them because there's going to be a lot of baseballs down there if not. No balls, 1 strike on Miller. 8-3, post 1 leading. Miller, the left-hander. Anderson throws over, but throws it in the dirt. Kicks up off of the base runner, Kinder, and goes down to right field. So Kinder will get up and advance 90 feet to second base. Anderson trying to hold him close, do it in the dirt. Hit the runner in the hip, bounced down the right field line. Takes the double play away now. Miller behind in the count. No balls, 1 strike. Starting to really heat up now. The heat is really coming now. Anderson looks in. The pitch. Swinging a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes. What's that pitch count on him, Coach? I can't see. Anderson up to about 66 pitches now. Going to be tough to go too long out there on the mound today with this heat. I'm sure that Anderson's probably not going to make the whole game. The pitch, and that catches the outside corner for called strike 3. Jeff Grover rings him up on an outside corner fastball. 2 down. That'll bring up Eli Davis. Davis struck out in the first inning, or in the second inning. Batting in a 9-hole here in game number 2. Kinder leads off second, 8-3, post 1 leads. First pitch inside, ball 1. Davis looking to roll the order back to the ever-dangerous Carter McLean. Got some good sticks in the top of their order. So Davis trying to do anything. He lines it off of Dijon Domenico's glove, and that is going to score Kinder from second base, and it'll cut the lead in half and make it 8-4. That ball was smoked. That ball really handcuffed Dijon. See how Coach Myers rules that one. Myers, he's given that a hit for Eli Davis and an RBI. So now suddenly the score is 8-4. And Carter McLean comes to bat. 8-4, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Runner on first, the pitch. McLean takes a hack, fouls it way off to the left. Must be 7, 8 balls down there. I'm going down there with a pick. And Coach Henry's going to make his way out to the mound. Not sure what he saw there from Anderson, but noticed something that he didn't like. So he's going to have a chat with Anderson in the infield. See what the problem was there. You're reminded, post 1, several home games in a row here. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, taking on, once again, Charleston, post 65 at 11. And then, same as today, post 15 at approximately 4 o'clock. Then on Tuesday, arch rival Morgantown, post 2, comes to Patriot Field for a 6 o'clock first pitch. That's always a dandy. So tune in for those. And then they head to post 1 heads to Morgantown next weekend for a tournament. We'll give you the opponents and the times on those tomorrow. Let you know we'll be potentially going down and doing radio on those. McLean behind the count, no balls, 1 strike. Eli Davis, after that shot to first base, knocked in another run. He's down at first. McLean takes outside. Ball 1, 1-1. McLean trying to keep this inning alive. 2 outs, runner on first. 8-4 now. Post 1 leads after leading 8-1. Evan Swain hit a 2-run homer in the top of the 3rd to cut it to 8-3, and they've scratched another one out here in the top of the fourth. Anderson falls behind in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Reaches over, gets that rosin bag, as I'm sure his hand's getting wet as the temperature continues to go up. The wind has shifted a tad on us. It's blowing out towards left field now. It was blowing from left to right. Now it's blowing straight out to left. Anderson misses inside. He looks like he's lost his rhythm here a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike. Got some dangerous hitters coming up in Holiday and Swain, followed by Parker. Want to try to limit the damage, try not to give him a crooked number here. McLean, the lefty, the pitch, and that's going to sail outside, and Anderson walks McLean. That'll put runners on first and second. Third walk for Anderson, along with 2 hit batsmen. So he's getting himself in a little bit of a pickle here. As Tucker Doty, I believe that's Tucker Doty, heading down to the bullpen to start getting loose. Anderson's first pitch to Holiday, outside, ball 1. Starting to see some movement in post 1's dugout as there's some guys headed to the bullpen. I believe that's Tucker Doty. Dylan Holiday has walked and flied out the center field. 0 for 3 in the first game. The pitch to Holiday just misses. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. This is one, as we talked about, when you're in the dugout as a coach, you're just trying to get through this inning and get your relief guy warmed up as quickly as possible, because you know Anderson's really struggling here. The pitch. Oh, Selman may have. Nice try, but back pick there. Selman to Dijon Domenico, trying to back pick on Carter McLean. Nice try down there. Good play. I like that play. Pitch was a strike to Holiday. 2 balls, 1 strike. Henry Anderson trying to limit the damage here. 8-4, post 1 leads. Post 15, creating some problems here. First and second, the pitch. Way outside by Anderson. 3 balls, 1 strike. Anderson just cannot find his good rhythm right now. Evan Swain, who had a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning, stands on deck as the tying run here. 8-4. Holiday heading to count, 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners lead off first and second. Holiday's going to call timeout, step out of the box. Anderson trying to wiggle out of this mess. 8-4, top of the 4th. Post 15 threatening. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That's right down the middle. Strike 2. Jeff Grove called strike 3, but he said my bad. So count runs full. Runners will be on the move here. Post 15 has to watch for the inside move. Make sure he goes home. Holiday once again calls timeout. Full count. Big pitch coming here in this game. Full count. Runners will be on the move. 8-4. Runners on first and second. Anderson comes set. The pitch. And that's going to be inside, and the walk loads the bases. I'm sure Coach Henry is about to make a move here as the bases are loaded, waiting for the signal from the bullpen to let us know that Tucker Doty is ready, but I think he's still stretching. I don't even think he's throwing yet. He's trying to get loose as quickly as possible, but you got the ever-dangerous Evan Swain headed to Potomac State, the big left-hander. Up at bat, trying to cash in here. 8-4, post 15, trying to make some noise. Swain trying to do some damage here for post 15, the big lefty. Went to Ravenswood High School. Probably did a lot of damage at Ravenswood, I'd imagine. 2 hits and 2 walks in the inning. Pushed 1 run across for post 15. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, 8-4, top of the 4th, post 1 leading. The first pitch to Swain. It's going to be right down the middle for strike 1. Evan Swain probably taken all the way there after 2 straight walks. He's going to be swinging now, though. Big lefty, 6'5". Anderson takes a breath, delivers. Oh, boy. Fastball down the middle, and Swain went hacking. Swain was trying to tie this game up with 1 swing of the bat. Bases loaded. The wind is pretty calm at this point. Now it starts to kick a little bit from left to right. Swain, who homered his last time up over the monster. Down 0-2, the pitch. And that's a ground ball. Can Murray get there? Oh, great play by Jackson Murray. Wow. Moving to his left, a tough in-between hop. That was a big-time play in this game, ladies and gentlemen. That would have scored 2. Murray, the backhand flip onto second base and ends that huge threat. So post 15 comes up with a run, cuts it to 8-4. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's post 1-8, post 15-4.
If your business needs an ATM, call the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, a former Post 1 player and proud supporter of Wheeling American Legion Post 1 baseball. Need it fast? The ATM man offers same-day ATM placement. Are your credit card processing fees too high? Call the ATM man today at 304-215-3165. Locally owned but local service. Whether you need credit card processing or ATM placement, call the ATM man at 304-215. It's 304-215-3165.
Back here at Patriot Field, halfway home. Game moving along at a snail's pace. We're only in the bottom of the 4th inning, and we've been playing for about an hour and 30 minutes. Got quite a ways to go, 8-4 game. Heading to the bottom of the 4th. Want to once again thank all of our sponsors, as always. Awesome sponsors. Want to thank Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, Bernie Glenn, Erie Insurance, the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, Wakeham's Bar. Boy, that'd feel good right now to be sitting on a stool at Wakeham's Bar. Schmidt Brothers Sunoco, S&D Painting, Glamp Life, and Tenant Law. Thanks to all those. Thinks people are starting to get slap happy up here in the press box. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Reese Davis, the batter. Reese struggling a little bit at the plate right now. Struck out twice looking. The pitch. First pitch hits him right in the back. That'll bring up Zaid Billings. Zaid Billings, singled, hit by a pitch. I think a lot of guys have been hit by a pitch throughout the day today. There's a shot, a line drive, and that's going to be an easy double play as Reese Davis took off. Billings lined out the shortstop. Reese Davis didn't stop till he was halfway down to second, and by that time, it was too late. He was doubled off of first. Sure somebody will have a talk with him about that line drive rule. I'm sure everybody's heard that rule at one time or another. Ethan Clark now steps in. He's got a sacrifice RBI, fly ball, and another fly ball. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. 8-4. Post 1 leading. Sun is starting to come in. I might have to get, and there's another fly ball to left field. Should be an easy play for the left fielder, and it is. So a quiet 4th inning for Post 1. We head to the top of the 5th. Your score remains Post 1-8, Post 15-4.
Looking for a smarter way to manage your business finances? James Taylor, CPA in Wheeling, West Virginia, is your go-to pro for hassle-free bookkeeping, payroll, tax prep, and more. Powered by secure cloud-based software. Accessible, efficient, personalized. With 15-plus years of experience, James brings peace of mind to your numbers so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Call 304-905-8372 or visit jamestaylorcpa.com. Accounting made simple, the way it should be.
Looking for a hometown insurance agency you can trust? Since 1999, Bernie Glenn Insurance and Financial Services has been protecting families and businesses in the northern panhandle of West Virginia and eastern Ohio. We're independent, giving you choice from top-rated national and regional carriers. And guided by a concierge-level experience, our energetic, honest, and determined team puts customers first every time. For home and auto to life and business insurance, we build relationships that matter. Need to pay a bill or act? It's easy with us. Protect your future with the agency you'd recommend to a friend. Call Bernie Glenn Insurance and Financial Services today at 304-277-3239 or visit BernieGlennInsurance.com. Bernie Glenn Insurance, building relationships, protecting futures.
At TechnoCap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals and household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, TechnoCap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit TechnoCapClosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
Welcome back in. Job just retrieved me a nice cold water up here in the press box. Welcome back to Patriot Field, home of Post 1. Heading to the top of the 5th inning. The heat is really cranking now, folks. It is coming on relentless. Yeah, Myers, he's in the shade. I'm over here getting baked. 8-4, top of the 5th. Henry Anderson trying to set a win and get a couple more innings before his pitch count probably is going to reach its limit. Caden Parker leads off for Post 15. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Anderson. Curveball, that's popped up to second base. Cover and Dijon Domenico. Oh, ball just came off of Dijon Domenico's glove as Cover and he sort of collided, and luckily it bounced right into his chest and he corralled it on the bounce. So Dijon pulls in the F3. Cover and Dijon sort of got their wires crossed there. Both guys are going for the ball and hit off his first baseman's mitt, bounced out, but he was able to retrieve it, and that one sails behind Colin McCarter. Margie said just a bit inside there. McCarter started back up, but he said, uh-oh, I don't want to go that way. I better get back in. Went behind him, so Anderson gives him a little message there. Second pitch up high. 2 balls, no strikes on McCarter. 8-4. Top of the 5th, Post 1 leads. Anderson sets. He deals. That's down and away. Gets away from Selman. 2 balls, 1 strike. McCarter hit by a pitch in the first inning. Popped up to behind third base. Murray made a great play on that. That hit him? Oh, ball 4 there. I thought it hit him, but the walk puts McCarter down at first base. That'll bring up Cam Compston. Now McCarter down on first, 8-4. Post 1 leads here in the top of the 5th. Henry Anderson trying to get as many innings out of himself here as he can, working in this heat. It's going to be tough. Nice pitch right there. Fastball catches the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Cam Compston. Myers, he just said 105. I knew it was 105 or 110, but he said it's 105. There's a ground ball to short. Potential double play ball. On to second for 1. Cover delivers over to first. Nice double play. Nice turn. Cover is as smooth as it gets at second base on that double play. Beautiful feed from Murray to Cover. Rolled the double play. After 4.5. Post 1-8. Post 15-4.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Craving the great outdoors without giving up the comforts of home? Come camp with style at Glamp Life, your luxury retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Explore scenic trails, relax on a sandy beach, or fish in a private lake stocked with bass, bluegill, and more. Stay in lakeside A-frames, forest cabins, a retro Airstream, or roll in with your RV. With full hookups and a dump station ready. Just minutes from Cambridge and a quick drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. Glamp Life is your next unforgettable escape. Book today at glamplife.com.
Back here at Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School. Headed to the bottom of the 5th. Post 1 who just turned a beautiful double play. Murray and Cover up the middle. Really sweet-looking double play. Cover turns a double play by second baseman as good as I've seen all year. Good quick hands. He is a really solid player. Really, really fun to watch. Really a good player. So double play to end that top of the 5th. Any threat that post 15 was trying to mount was quelled by that double play. So we head to the bottom of the 5th. Jack Selman will lead off. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning and then struck out his second time up. Looking for his first hit of the day, joined the hit parade. Bats have slowed down a little bit here for post 1. The pitch. Kinder's come in and done a very nice job for post 15. 8-4. Post 1 leads. Bottom of the 5th. Kinder misses inside with that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thought maybe these guys might try to move the games up a little bit tomorrow, try to avoid this heat, but haven't heard anything to that nature. Pop up behind third base, and a third baseman going to corral that in foul territory. Down there, Eli. No, I don't believe that's Eli Davis. I think that is. I think that's Holiday down there at third now. 1 out. Selman retired on that foul pop-up. That'll bring up Rylan Robb. Robb had a base hit up the middle his first time and grounded to short his second time up. Hitting in a 9-hole. Nice 9-hitter. Robb took a glance down to third, and Holiday saw that, so he comes creeping in, thinking Robb might try to bunt, but I don't think that's going to happen. Strike 2 on a curveball. Kinder's done a nice job here, Jubb. Pitch way up high. Rob had to duck away from that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th. Rob wants timeout. Jeff Grove grants it. Jubb's starting to wilt. I think he's wilting up here. I may look over and he may be like just gone. Pitch to Rob. That's fouled down the left field line. Count stays 1-2. Kinder trying to have a quick inning here. Get his bats back in the dugout. Pitch tries a curveball that bounces in front of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th, 8-4, post 1 leading. Big second inning for post 1. They scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 2nd, haven't scored since. We're in the bottom of the 5th now. Kinder has come in and done a really nice job. Full count to Rob. Kinder doesn't want to lose the 9 batter, and he is going to lose him as he bounces that one up there, and Rob draws the 1-out walk, rolls the order, and here comes that brutal part of the order for post 1. Upton with 2 hits here in this game. Upton had 1 hit, a walk in the first game. 2 hits here in the second game. The speedy Upton. Excellent strike zone guy. He drives that ball to left field, but it's going to be right at the left fielder. Easy play out there for Eli Davis in left field. 2 down. That'll bring up Seth Cover. Cover lined out hard to shortstop his first time. Had a 3-run triple that really got post 1 going in that big second inning. And he was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. Had 4 hits in the first game. He's having a little bit of a day today. The pitch. Curveball drops in there. Stays off of that curveball. Ryland Robb leads off first with 2 outs. 8-4, post 1 leading. Bottom of the 5th. The pitch from Kinder. That is going to be fouled off to the right. So Kinder jumps ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes on Cover. I'd say Kinder has to stay out of the strike zone here. Try to get him to fish for something. Maybe something in on his hands. Down low or something away. The pitch. And it's a fastball low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cover and his brother Braden, big parts of that central. Cover, incredible. Hit by a pitch again. My goodness. Seth Cover has been hit by a lot of pitches this season so far. That'll put runners at first and second. He was hit by a pitch twice in the first game. Hit by a pitch twice in this game. And Coach Goodwin's going to stroll out to the mound. Kinder's done quite a good job here as he's come in and slowed the bats down post 1. But Coach is going to walk out and have a little talk with him, probably about how to pitch Jackson Murray. I'm not really sure how you're going to pitch Murray. He's having a chat with him. 8-4, post 1 leading. Chris Upton no, that's not Upton. That's center fielder for post 15. That's Carter McLean. He is laying flat out in center field. Looked like he was getting a suntan. I don't know if I'd want to be laying on that turf. Ooh, that'd be hot. That turf gets hot, doesn't it, Myersy? Yes. Man, I bet that's hot. Woo. Jackson Murray. And Jeff Grove is going to call balk on Carter Kinder. Not sure what he did. Broke his hands or Grove calls the balk, so runners move up. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Murray. Lined out hard to left field as last time. The pitch, Murray has to duck out of the way. Avoid that curveball. Sailed inside. Kinder with the 1-0 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Murray. Runners on second and third. Bottom of the 5th, 8-4, post 1 leading. Kinder with his sign. Looks in. Fastball just missed. Nice pitch. Nice spot there. Tough spot for Murray there, but it was just off of the plate for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on Murray. Runners lead off second and third. Murray looking to drive those 2 runs in the pitch. And Murray, of course, just like he does every other time, drives it into right center field. And that ball will go off the wall. And Murray will go into second base with another double. I don't think I've seen a hitting display like Jackson Murray has put on this year ever in my baseball life. And Coach Goodwin's going to come out and get his pitcher out of the game. And we will take a break, send it back to the studio. The score 10-4 in the bottom of the 5th, post 1 leading.
Need to unplug, recharge, and reconnect with what matters? Then it's time to experience Glamp Life, a luxury outdoor retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Nestled in the rolling hills of Ohio, Glamp Life is where modern comfort meets natural beauty. Stay in a handcrafted A-frame cabin overlooking a private lake, cozy up in a vintage Airstream, or bring your own RV. We've got full hookups and a dump station ready for you. Only 15 minutes from Cambridge and just a short drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and West Virginia. Your escape is closer than you think. Spend your days hiking scenic trails, lounging on a sandy beach, or casting a line in peaceful catch-and-release waters filled with bass, catfish, bluegill, and more. Whether you're planning a team-building retreat, a family adventure, or a quiet weekend away, Glamp Life helps you experience the outdoors without sacrificing comfort. Book your getaway now at glamplife.com, where nature meets luxury and peace of mind is just a click away.
If your business needs an ATM, call the ATM man, Stan Stasinski, a former Post 1 player and proud supporter of Wheeling American Legion Post 1 baseball. Need it fast? The ATM man offers same-day ATM placement. Are your credit card processing fees too high? Call the ATM man today at 304-215-3165. Locally owned but local service. Whether you need credit card processing or ATM placement, call the ATM man at 304-215-3165. That's 304-215-3165.
Looking for a smarter way to manage your business finances? James Taylor, CPA in Wheeling, West Virginia, is your go-to pro for hassle-free bookkeeping, payroll, tax prep, and more. Powered by secure cloud-based software. Accessible, efficient, personalized. With 15-plus years of experience, James brings peace of mind to your numbers so you can focus on what matters most, growing your business. Call 304-905-8372 or visit jamestaylorcpa.com. Accounting made simple, the way it should be.
Back here, Patriot Field, on the campus of Wheeling Park High School. Jackson Murray continues his hot hitting with a single, double, and home run here in the bottom of the 5th. Stretch the lead for Post 1 now to 10-4. And 2 outs, and that'll bring up Rocco D. John Domenico. Rocco with 2 doubles here in this game. The new pitcher now in, Peyton West. Fastball in there for a strike. Dijon trying to get Murray across as he's out at second base. The pitch from West. Dijon pops it up to center field. the center fielder, camping under it, and that'll retire. Dijon Domenico and post one here in the bottom of the fifth. But on the RBI, two-run RBI double from Jackson Murray. Post one extends their lead now after 5 innings to 10-4. We'll be right back.
At Technocap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals and household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, Technocap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit technocapclosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
Okay, back here, Patriot Field on the campus of Wheeling Park High School. Headed to the top of the sixth. Post one leading now 10-4 after Jackson Murray continues his torrid hitting streak as he blasted a two-run double into the right center alley. He is just wearing that fence out in right center and center field. He's a triple away from the cycle. Not sure he'll get another chance to bat in this game. We head to the top of the sixth. Leading off for post 15. It'll be the new pitcher, number 5, Peyton West. Henry Anderson approaching his pitch limit, probably the last inning for him as he hits West right in the back with the first pitch. 1, 2, I'm counting up the hit by pitches today. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hit batsmen today, and that's going to be it for Henry Anderson. He's going to take a seat, and we are going to have a pitching change. We'll send it back to the studio.
Wheeling's favorite neighborhood hangout is still the place to be. Wakeham's Bar is under new ownership, but it's still the same great spot locals have loved for years. Famous for their world-renowned hot dogs and cold craft brews, Wakeham's is the perfect place to unwind, catch the game, or kick back to live music with friends. Come see what's new right in the heart of Wheeling at 2181 National Road. Same soul, new energy, only at Wakeham's Bar. Wheeling's favorite neighborhood hangout is still the place to be. Wakeham's Bar is under new ownership, but it's still the same great spot locals have loved for years. Famous for their world-renowned hot dogs and cold craft brews, Wakeham's is the perfect place to unwind, catch the game, or kick back to live music with friends. Come see what's new right in the heart of Wheeling at 2181 National Road. Same soul, new energy, only at Wakeham's Bar.
All right, we're back here at Patriot Field, a pitching change. Tucker Doty now into pitch for post one. Henry Anderson exits now. 10-4 the score. Bottom of the, or correction, top of the sixth inning. Now batting for post 15 will be number 10, Cooper Kincaid. Two strikes on Kincaid. No balls, 2 strikes. Your new pitcher, Tucker Doty. Curveball fouled off of his foot. No balls, 2 strikes. 10-4 the score. You're reminded, same setup tomorrow. 11, 2, and 4, hopefully. Same lineup. Post 1 will take on post 65 from Charleston in game 1. Rylan Robb on his pop-up. He'll handle first out here in the top of the 6th. 1 out. That'll bring up number 2, Eli Davis, the number 9 hitter in the post 15 lineup. Throw over from Doty. Forces Kinder back. Doty looks into the sign. He delivers. Low and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Doty comes set. The pitch. Upstairs. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball 3. Doty downstairs to Davis. Runner on first. 10-4. Post 1 leads here in the top of the 6th. Game is now 2 hours. 2 hours long. We're in the 6th inning. Really starting to heat up outside. Everybody trying to protect their equipment here as the sun is beating on us. Might have to shut these windows tomorrow, get us some shade. 3 balls, 1 strike on Eli Davis. The pitch from Doty. Fouled back, right back here at us. Eight to 10-4. Post 1 leading here in the top of the 6th. 1 out. Davis calls time. Doty looks in. Kinder leads off first. Top of the 6th. 10-4. Pitch from Doty in there for strike 3. Caught that outside corner. Nice pitch. 2 down. That'll send it to the top of the order. Carter McLean. Top of the order. McLean. 1 for 1 on the day. He's drawn 2 walks and singled. Doty to the set, the pitch to the leadoff hitter, and that ball is driven way back and out of here. The right field, Carter McLean with a monster home run over the right field fence. That ball was smoked. Not only was it long, it was high. The big left-hander, Carter McLean. He literally smoked that baseball. Headed to Marietta. And I'm sure that's why coach at Marietta wants him. Big lefty with that kind of power. Now 10-6 as McLean 2-run homer. Adds 2 for post 15. The pitch from Doty up high. Ball 1. Doty, the delivery. In there for a strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 10-6, post 1 leading. After that Carter McSwain 2-run bomb over the right field fence. Doty, the curveball, hangs inside. Tucker Doty, I believe, played his ball at Lindsley. He rocks. He deals. Pitches up high. 3 balls, 1 strike on Dylan Holiday. Holiday headed to Marietta. Pitch in there. Runs the count to full. 2 outs, full count. Top of the 6th, 10-6. Post 1 leading post 15. Doty rocks. He delivers. And that'll stay outside for ball 4. Another walk in the game. That'll bring up Evan Swain. He's got a home run in the game also. Another lefty. Tall, good-looking lefty. He's headed to Potomac State. Big home run over the center field fence earlier in the game. Pitch from Doty, down low. Ball 1. Post 15, still battling. Trying to chip away at this lead. 10-6. Top of the 6th, 2 outs, runner on first. Pitch to Swain, way outside. Ball 2. Doty trying to throw strikes here to get post 1 back in the dugout. The 2-0 pitch with a runner on first. Inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Doty trying to save this thing for Henry Anderson. 3 balls, no strikes. Doty looks in. And that one right down the middle for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike on Evan Swain, the number 3 hitter in the post 15 lineup. Doty trying to put a lid on this second inning. And there's a line drive to Rocco. That ball was smoked. He knocked it down, picked it up, and got the out. That ball was hit a ton. So top of the 6th, after that 2-run smash by Carter McLean, post 15 cuts the lead. 10-6. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back.
Wheeling's favorite neighborhood hangout is still the place to be. Wakeham's Bar is under new ownership, but it's still the same great spot locals have loved for years. Famous for their world-renowned hot dogs and cold craft brews, Wakeham's is the perfect place to unwind, catch the game, or kick back to live music with friends. Come see what's new right in the heart of Wheeling at 2181 National Road. Same soul, new energy, only at Wakeham's Bar.
Looking for a place to grow your career? Mail America is expanding, and we want you on our team. We're a nationally trusted name in direct mail marketing, serving over 8,000 customers coast to coast. If you're hardworking, dependable, and ready to join a company on the rise, we want to hear from you. Send your resume today to MikeW@MailAmerica.com and take the first step toward a rewarding future with Mail America. Mail America, trusted, growing, hiring.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Back here, Patriot Field on what word do I want to use right now? Steamy? Steamy? Myersy, what word? Baking. I shouldn't say it on the radio. Baking. Myersy said he can't say it on the radio. I get it. Bottom of the 6th, 10-6, post 1 leads. Ground ball, third baseman charges. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Reese Davis with that ground ball out. That'll bring up Zaid Billings. Zaid's lined out the shortstop. Hit by a pitch. What a shocker there, huh? And a single in the first inning. Zaid's having a nice Nice start to the season. West Liberty player. Pitch. From Peyton West in the dirt. Ball one. On Billings, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th. 10-6, post 1 leads. Peyton West delivers. Curveball catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind picking up again. Breeze, trying to get that breeze in here. We got a fan going, but I don't even feel it. Can't even feel that fan. I think it's just blowing hot air on us. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Billings. The pitch from West, curveball. Big hot chopper to shortstop, charging, getting, throwing, 2 down. Nice little play there by the shortstop. Caden Parker, 2 quick outs for post 15. That'll bring up number 9, Ethan Clark. Clark's flied out to left field all 3 times. One of those was an RBI. Jeff Grove talking to post 1's bench. Did you hear what he said, Myers? Our guys said something? Okay, so Jeff Grove trying to stop any chirping before it starts. Good job there by Mr. Grove. Clark takes ball 1, the pitch from West in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Make sure you folks are staying hydrated. Get in out of this sun and keep your pets inside today. Don't let them get on that asphalt. That is going to make their paws very uncomfortable. Keep your pets hydrated. Keep them inside. Let them sit by the air conditioning. They'll get outside enough. They can stay in for a while. And Clark draws a 4-pitch walk. You know, our dog is a outside dog, but she will not be out very much here over the next couple of days. She'll be laying on the couch, relaxing. Going to have a pinch runner coming in for post 1. It'll be Donovan Jones headed down to first base for Ethan Clark. Clark threw the 4-pitch, 2-out walk. That's going to bring up Jack Selman. Selman 0 for 2, and guess what he was, too? Hit by a pitch, like about everybody else in the game today. I'm not sure if there's anybody that hasn't been hit by a pitch. West looks in, the pitch, in the dirt. Jones will move down to second. Selman looking to get into the hit parade here today. Ooh, a little cool breeze there. Felt that. That felt good. The umbrellas are up, not for rain, but for shade. I think we might keep these shady windows closed tomorrow. Maybe Myers, you'll come up and hook that AC up for us. Then again, maybe he won't. Might be on a golf course. Selman 1-1 count. Sails inside to 1-1 pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. 10-6. Bottom of the 6th. Post 1 leading. Post 1, 10 runs on 10 hits. Post 15, 6 runs on 6 hits. Game now approaching 2 hours and 15 minutes. Pitch from West. Curveball catches the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A lot of 2s on that board. West looking to finish off the inning. And he does with a strikeout of Selman and looking, and that'll end the bottom of the 6th. We head to the top of the 7th. It's post 110, post 15, 6.
At TechnoCap, we're not just making closures, we're shaping the future of sustainable packaging. From beverage and beauty to pharmaceuticals household goods, our metal closures are trusted by leading brands around the world. With a global reach and a local presence right here in Glendale, West Virginia, TechnoCap combines innovation, precision, and environmental responsibility. Discover the power of performance-driven packaging. Visit technocapclosures.com, where great products begin at the top.
Looking for a place to grow your career? Mail America is expanding, and we want you on our team. We're a nationally trusted name in direct mail marketing, serving over 8,000 customers coast to coast. If you're hardworking, dependable, and ready to join a company on the rise, we want to hear from you. Send your resume today to MikeW@mailamerica.com and take the first step toward a rewarding future with Mail America. Mail America, trusted, growing, hiring.
Craving the great outdoors without giving up the comforts of home? Come camp with style at Glamp Life, your luxury retreat just south of Salt Fork State Park. Explore scenic trails, relax on a sandy beach, or fish in a private lake stocked with bass, bluegill, and more. Stay in lakeside A-frames, forest cabins, a retro Airstream, or roll in with your RV. With full hookups and a dump station ready. Just minutes from Cambridge and a quick drive from Columbus, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. Glamp Life is your next unforgettable escape. Book today at glamplife.com.
Okay, back here, Patriot Field, Legion Baseball. Post 1 trying to take a doubleheader sweep this afternoon, improve their record to 7-5. Leading 10-6 here in the top of the 7th. Tucker Doty in to try to close it out. The first pitch upstairs to Caden Parker. Parker 0 for 3 on a day. Grounded out to second, flew out to right, popped up to first base. Doty's second pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Doty trying to close this thing out. Slight breeze blowing. Don't forget, tomorrow, swinging a foul back by Parker. Don't forget tomorrow, 11-4 approximately for the second game, but definitely 11 o'clock against Charleston once again. Post 1 will be on here and also on the live stream. The pitch from Doty, fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Doty trying to get this first out. Don't let post 15 get anything going. Never know these games. Guys are getting a little bit tired mentally or checked out, some of these guys. It's tough to stay focused in this heat and these long games. And Doty drops a curveball right in the strike zone for out number 1. Great pitch by Tucker Doty right there. Probably his best pitch of the day so far. Caught Parker looking 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Post 1 trying to complete the doubleheader sweep. Post 15 potentially going to take 2 losses today. Post 65 out of Charleston split this afternoon as Post 1 beat them, and they turn around and beat Post 15. Pitch from Doty, sails outside. 2 balls, no strikes on Colin McCarter. Doty wants to get back even in the count. Down low. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on Colin McCarter. McCarter trying to get on base, keep his inning going. Jeff Groh with the delayed strike call there. I think he might want to get down to, head to Pickles. I like it. The strike zone. Fouled off over the shed. Bounced over the shed. Full count. Doty trying to work back from 3-0. Pulls it to 3-2. 1 out. Top of the 7th. 10-6. Post 1 leading. Doty looks in for that full count sign. He delivers. Curveball. Be grounded out the middle. Murray charging hard on a run. Throws it over to Dijon Jackson Murray, the smooth Murray. Over to first base for 2 outs. continues his spectacular play, not only at bat but in the field. He's a good one. Love to talk to him about what his future holds in college, whether it's going to be on the hardwood or out here on the turf. Doty trying to close this thing out. Cam Compston. Two outs here in the Compston trying to keep it alive for post 15. 2 balls, no strikes. Doty falls behind. Compston trying to keep the inning alive, and he does with a base hit to left field. Line drive base hit for Compston, his second of the day. That'll bring up Carter Kinder. 10-6. Doty trying to close this thing out. Post 1, 10 runs on 10 hits. Post 15, 6 runs now on 7 hits. Doty trying to close it out. Looking in. The pitch. Up high. Ball 1. On Kinder. Ten 6. Top of the 7th. The pitch from Doty. Fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. I think Coach Goodwin said some of his guys are staying overnight. Some families staying. Others are heading home. They play till 2 o'clock tomorrow, so gives them time to get home and get back. But some people are staying to enjoy the Wheeling feeling. Be nice to get home, get a shower, get in a cool air conditioning, maybe have a iced tea or the beverage of your choice. Myersy, what's it going to be? Water. Water for Myersy. What are you going to have after the water? Who knows? What are you going to have, Jubb? Mountain Dew. You never sleep. 3 balls, 1 strike. Doty trying to close it out. There you go, the strike down a pipe. The count is full. Post 15 down to their last strike. Doty looking to close it out for the doubleheader sweep for post 1. Doty throws over. Not real sure why Rocco's holding him on right now, to be honest with you. 10-6. The pitch, and it's up high. Ball 4. Runners on first and second. That'll bring up number 28, Easton Miller. And believe it or not, the tying run is in the on-deck circle for post 15. Never know. Crazier things have happened in this game. Let's hope Doty can get ahead in the count. He's falling behind. There you go. Swing and a miss by Miller. You know, you're not too uneasy now if you're post 1. But a hit here, I think you start to get a little nervous. Doty, the 0-1, sails outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Six walks by post 1 pitcher. Strikes again, post 15 down to their last strike. 7 walks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit batsmen. Gonna have to clean that part of our game up a little bit. Doty looks to end this thing. The pitch sails outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 10-6. 2s are wild. There's all kind of 2s on the board. Easton Miller trying to keep it alive for post 15. Tucker Doty trying to end it. Doty looks in for the sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That's going to bounce in there. Full count. 2 outs. Tying run coming to the plate if Easton Miller can get on. Doty desperately needs to throw a strike here. And the runners will be moving. I don't think anybody will worry about those two guys. They really don't mean much. The guy that means something is in the on-deck circle. The pitch from Doty, and that's outside. That's ball 4. And that'll load the bases. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Eli Davis. Coach Henry's going to make his way out to the mound. We'll take a quick break.
Looking for a hometown insurance agency you can trust? Since 1999, Bernie Glenn Insurance and Financial Services has been protecting families and businesses in the northern panhandle of West Virginia and eastern Ohio. We're independent, giving you choice from top-rated national and regional carriers. And guided by a concierge-level experience, our energetic, honest, and determined team puts customers first every time. For home and auto to life and business insurance, we build relationships that matter. Need to pay a bill or access your policy online? It's easy with...
Okay, back here. Patriot Field. Bases loaded for post 15. Eli Davis, the batter. First pitch to him. Sails outside, ball 1. Davis has a single and 2 strikeouts. He represents a tying run for post 15. Doty's pitch. That catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Doty desperately trying to end this thing. Looks in for his sign. Davis, the number 9 hitter. You don't want to go up to Carter McLean, that's for sure. And the curveball drops in there for strike 2. Doty trying to end this thing now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, post 15 down to their last strike. Doty looks in. He shakes it off. Shakes off another sign. He's got what he wants. The pitch. That ball is driven to left field, and that's going to get past the left fielder and go all the way to the wall. That's going to score 3 runs for post 15. And that is going to, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to make it 10-9 as Eli Davis with a 3-run double cuts the lead to 10-9. Unbelievable. And back to the top of the order, Carter McLean. He has that big home run in the 5th inning. Also a single. Now he represents the go-ahead run, tying run on second base. Now it's 10-9 here in the top of the 7th. Doty trying to end this. First pitch in the dirt. Davis holds at second. McLean, a very, very dangerous hitter. He has a single and a home run. The left-hander trying to tie this game. Cover playing way back on the grass. Now he creeps in. Ball catches the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10-9 now. Post 1 was sailing along 8-1. And 8-4, then 10-4. Now suddenly it's 10-9. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. The pitch from Doty drops in. McLean might have been fooled on that curveball. Once again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I've said it 4 times now this inning. Post 15 down to their last strike. They keep chipping away. Big pitch coming from Doty here. The pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to Dijon Domenico, and that will end your game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Unbelievable finish as post 15 tries to tie the game with one of their better hitters at the plate, but he ends by grounding out to first base. So, ladies and gentlemen, on a hot afternoon, post 1 grabs a doubleheader sweep as they knock off post 15, 10-9 here in game 2. We're back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock, right after the Polka Showcase. So join us back here, same schedule as we will play Charleston post 65 at 11, and then we will play Parkersburg post 15 at approximately 4 o'clock. So on behalf of our control man, Jubb, and Steve Myers on the scoreboard, signing off from Patriot Field. Your final score, once again, from Patriot Field, it's post 110, post 15, 9. See you tomorrow.